Hi, I'm Wendy Guffey, and I'm associated with Compass Naturopathic Health Clinic. I do the therapy there. I've been a trauma, addiction, and grief therapist for many, many years, and I'd like to share a technique that I find useful. I call it, if you spot it, you got it. And it has to do with the psychological concept of projection. So often there's things about us that we don't like, we don't want to look at, we don't want to own, and so we see it in other people, and I call it we throw it on them, but whatever is comfortable for you, use that concept. So for instance, I might be looking at somebody and going, oh, what a jerk. Well, in that very moment, I am judging that person a jerk, so I'm being a jerk. So it's an opportunity to learn about yourself that you might not want to know about. And other times you might want to. I might look at somebody and go, oh, she is so nice and kind. Guess who else is nice and kind? Because I'm spotting it. I'm gotting it too. But it's not necessarily always in the same exact form. For instance, I'll give a couple of examples. One, I was actually working in the state prison in Arizona, one of the prisons, and I had about 200 men in the room, and I was trying to teach this concept. And so if you spot it, you got it. And this one man started squirming, and I could tell he was ready to come out of his chair at me, but I said, what's going on? And he said, are you calling me a child molester? And I said, no. And he said, well, I spotted a man trying to molest my child, so you're telling me I got it? Oh, okay, wait. Back up, because it's not always in the same form. What is child molestation a form of? And he thought, and he said, well, child abuse. And yeah, exactly. So have you ever abused your child? Yelled at her? Or him? And he said, well, I'm abusing her right now. I'm in prison. I'm not there taking care of her. And I went, yes. And the whole room went, yes. It was one of those rare magical moments that therapists get sometimes. And it sunk in, and he got it, and everybody got it. And so that's one example. And he could apply that to him. He could see that part that he was, by not being there, being the father, protector, he was abusing her in a way, maybe not by neglect, not by choice or of his, but he was in prison. He was not there for her, and he got that. And so I'll give you one other example. We have a large kitchen counter, and my husband had used up about a square foot of it with all his stuff, and I kept seeing that, and I wish he'd clean it. And so I've somehow, instead of just focusing on his stuff in the way, I was able to go, oh, I'm taking up 5 feet of the counter. I'm trying to get me to look at my stuff and clean that. Ignore his stuff, but it's, again, that's about me trying to learn about me. And that's, so what you see about other people, if you care to learn more about yourself, how do I do that? How do I make a mess on the counter? How do I neglect my kid or abuse my kid? How am I kind and generous? And again, it may not be in the same form that you see it in, so you might have to do a little digging, but I find it a really neat tool. So, hope you do too. Thank you.